Elgato sent me this box, the Elgato Wave XLR. Now my microphone is an XLR microphone, so I love to test this, as I loved the Elgato Wave microphone. The thing with the Elgato Wave microphone is that it's not upgradable. However, with this, you can put an XLR mic on it that's super expensive and still have that functionality of the Elgato Wave microphone. That is just super awesome. So let's unpack it. So here's the box. This is how it looks like. I already opened this with a knife because, you know, otherwise it's gonna be hard. But now I can just open it. For those of you wondering, right now I'm using the Rodecaster Pro. Okay, so here, this is probably a package with cables, the Elgato logo on it. Cables! I feel like more. And warranty. And this is just a installation guide. Just gonna put this out of the way. And now we're gonna grab this out. Let's see. Gonna unpack it. Let's see, where's the opening? Oh, here. This is recyclable, by the way. So this is the product. And this is where we can put all the stuff in. These are the cables we need for it. So I'm just gonna untie these cables. I'm kind of slow doing this, but guess I'm not the unpacking pro. So there's one USB side, one side with USB-C, I believe, the round one. And I just put it in here. And this one goes into my USB slot. Okay, so I've put it in my USB slot, and the first thing we see is that the lights went on. So there's three things you can do with this device itself. And right now we see it's on headphones, so if we turn this, it will turn up or down the headphone volume. We can also set it on mic volume, that's the first one. Right now, that's burning, and we can change this around. The only thing we need to do is press this button, and then it will switch. And the third one, I believe it's a mix of your desktop and your mic audio, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's just open the book and see what it tells us. Mic/PT mix. That sounds like I'm right about it. Now right here we see this light is burning. It says 48 volts, so some microphones require some adapter power. They need to be powered through the mixer. So this needs to power it. So that needs to be on for some microphones. We can turn this vent power on and off by pressing it longer than 2 seconds. Now it's off. Now it's on. We want it on because we're using the Rodecaster microphone. This one needs phantom power. Then here in the back, you'll see 2 entry points, one for an XLR cable and one for your headphones. So you've been hearing me through this mixer all the time, which means that you've been having a sample of how this mixer sounds. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this microphone into the Elgato one. Oh, because it's red, I almost forgot this, but if you touch the top here, just with the Elgato mic, you have the same. You need to hit it on the right spot. There's like this touch button, and if it's red, you mute your mic, and if it's not red, it's not muted. So I'm gonna unplug this mic and plug it back in this one, and we're gonna edit it into OBS. So this is how the microphone sounds if it's in the Elgato Wave XLR. Right now I can't hear it because, you know, yeah, I can't hear it. I don't have my headphones on. I'm gonna fix that. Hello? Hello, hello? Headphone volume up. Hello. I can hear myself. Okay. So, like, I turned it down in OBS a little bit, but what we can also do, obviously, is do it with the mixer itself, because it's a little loud. Because if I talk like this, we want to have it in the orange. Orange! Yes! Okay, I have no filters on it right now, but we could put a limiter on it, which will prevent it from peaking. Okay, now if you scream, it can't go as loud anymore. This is just if you want the raw input. So now we just have a raw mic input. But the thing is, this program can do so much more than just the raw input. So what we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna remove this in a bit, but if I do that right now, I can't talk, so yeah. We're gonna start the Wavelink software, and you can download this on the Elgato website. I'll leave a link to it down below in the description. If you want to buy the Elgato Wave XLR, I also leave a link to that underneath in the description. So here we see we have a Wave 3 mic. That's not true because I named it Wave 3, but it's not Wave 3 right now. Now it's just a Wave XLR. We can see some information about the software here, which version it is, and the sample rate. We see the input levels here, and we see the input gain, which we can turn up or down, and we have the phantom power on right now, which we need to have for this microphone. Some microphones don't require it. This microphone definitely does require it. And we can have the output volume of the jack and the mic PC mix in here as well. You can do that with the device itself, and you don't have to do that with the software if you don't want to. Then here we have some filters. I would recommend having clip card on. What this means is if I start screaming, the Elgato software records in 2 tracks. It'll actually grab the quieter track, which prevents it from actually peaking. So that's really good. Oh, apparently you can change the color. Wait, what? I can change the color of the lights! Blue and... So the trick in this program is that it separates your headphone volumes from your stream output volumes. Down here you can see the outputs. Right now the headphones are in the Elgato XLR Wave, so this is what I hear. I can turn it up or down for myself. And here we have the stream output. Right now we're not sending it to the stream because it's muted, but if I do it like this, it's also sending it to the stream output. However, right now in OBS we have selected the raw XLR mic and not the Wavelink software. So what we can do is we select the Wavelink software instead. Wavelink stream. Okay. I'm a little bit quieter now, I see. And maybe this up a little bit. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Okay, I'm in the orange now again, so that's good. If you want to hear what the stream hears, we can always click on this and then we can hear it. And now I hear myself double. Yeah, I don't know if you guys hear me double. So I hope not. Because I hear myself double in here, but not in here. So what we can do is we have all these channels here. And for example, we have the voice chat here. We can assign programs to it. So if I click on this, it will open my Windows settings and you guys can see what I have here. So here it says Discord, and if I can set Discord, I can do that in Discord itself as well. That might be easier for Discord. So if you go to the settings here, we have the Rodecaster Pro as microphone. We don't want it anymore. We want the XLR, the raw XLR mic, so mic in XLR. Now it's just a raw mic. And for output, what we want is the Wavelink voice chat. Boom. So now what it does is if I talk in Discord, it will actually come on here. What we can do with this is we can turn it up or down for ourselves, but we can also put our teammates less loud for the stream or even mute them for the stream. So right now, if somebody would be talking through Discord, I have them muted for the stream and I can hear them myself. This can be convenient if they're telling you about like something in game that you don't want everybody to hear, or they're prepping and they say like, oh, I'm ready to go, or you have like a producer that wants to talk to your ear like, oh, let's go to the next section, for example. Same with game here. With the game, you want to do it in this section. So if you have a game, let's just say that Steam is a game right now. What we can do is we can put the output of this on Wavelink game. If we do that, it will come in here. And now we can set it for our headphones or the stream differently. So if the game is super loud for you, but not for the stream, you can put it down for yourself and up for the stream. Same for the browser. We can set our browser in here again. We can set our browser to Wavelink. Let's see, where's the Wavelink browser? Here. Wavelink browser. And now, if we would play something, I got your back. I'm gonna explain that in this video. We can see it in here, and I can put it down. I can even put it down like this.
As we have a Tuesday and Friday,
or turn it off like this, and now I don't hear it. I mean, I hear it, but you guys don't.
Studio.
Now you guess where we're in?
I need in description, but I assume that most of you already done that.
I hear it loud.
So let's go.
You guys don't hear it as loud as I do.
I've set up some things here already. That's because I'm
that
actually
is super
recording
cool.
This with
I'm just gonna turn it off because otherwise we will be having my own voice through myself the whole video. So there's a lot of these kind of things that you can do with this program, which is insane and super helpful, especially if you have trouble with managing the audio levels. So that's really, really cool about this little device, is that you can just do this with any XLR microphone. It doesn't matter which brand. This one is a Rode one. I don't think Elgato has an XLR mic yet. No, they don't have an XLR mic. Am I predicting the next Elgato product, guys? Is it gonna be an XLR mic? Do you guys think Elgato is gonna do an XLR mic? What do you guys think is the next Elgato product gonna be? Leave it down below in the comments. I'm really curious what you guys think. But this is such a huge win for everybody with an XLR mic because you get the software with it. It's great. It's great. If you want to go for an XLR setup, it's always a little bit more expensive than the USB setup, as you need to buy a mixer and interface. Right now, this is the Elgato mixer, the Elgato Wave XLR, which costs $200. The other one I have, the Rodecaster Pro. That one costs about $600, like 3 times the price. I know, right? It's a physical mixer instead of a digital one, I guess. This one is half-half because, you know, you have a piece of hardware, you've got a piece of software. Then you also can use an interface, which is a really popular one. It's the Scarlett one, the Focusrite Scarlett. We have used that before we used this mixer on my Dutch channel, which worked quite as a charm. It didn't do a lot of things though. This mixer is like super fancy and everything like that. The Elgato Wavelink software allows this device, the Elgato Wave XLR, to also be super fancy, so that's great. But the Scarlett is not. That's like the cheap model. And if I look at the Focusrite Scarlett, this is the 3rd generation. It's €105 here. And we've got the 2 entry one. So this one has 2 ports. Which is $150. But if you just have one microphone, you can go for the 1-port one, which is $105, which is like half the price of this Elgato one. However, this one can't do anything. It can't do anything. You just plug your mic in and then you hear your mic on your PC. That's everything you can do. So if you were searching for like a really cheap alternative, that could be it. But if you're searching for something with functionality, I definitely recommend the Elgato Wave XLR. It just can do so much more, and it's just so nice to be able to use that link software. Like, I switched to the setup, which is an insane setup. This microphone is about $400. This is $600. It's like $1,000, which, you know, I would not recommend starting streamers at all. But I felt sad switching from the Elgato Wave mic to this mic, even though I knew that the quality from this microphone would be better, just because I lost out on the software. However, now I can use this software with this microphone. If you have any more questions about this mixer, just leave them down below in the comments. I'm not any audio expert or anything like that. I'm just a regular streamer like you that maybe has used a lot more equipment and done streaming for a little bit longer than you. But, you know, we're just figuring things out ourselves as well, you know. We're just messing around until we find the cool stuff. And I want to just share that with you. I want to share the cool stuff with you. I recently also made a video about the Elgato Facecam. I recorded like half of this footage with it. This footage. That's from the Elgato Facecam. If you want to see that video, definitely check out this video, and I will see you in the next one.